What's up, everybody? My name's Nicholas Holt.
And I'm Jacob Holt, and this is the Holt Perspective.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back
Another
at it.
season, another season of CrossFit. Another slight twist to the schedule.
Hmm.
Similar,
Think
but a little different.
a little different.
A little
Think
different.
they kind of hit the good spots where they had it, and they did a little tweak, and it wasn't a major overhaul, which is always a better sign than when they just do a huge change like they've
Yes.
done in the years past.
Yeah, it feels like they kind of took the best from 2024 and the best from 2025, and
Yep.
here's 2026.
Yep.
So, starts off with the Open, just like always. Have to compete in the Open if you want to go to the CrossFit Games, which is always good. Then from the Open, top 25% go to the quarterfinals.
Of course.
Quarterfinals are back.
Quarterfinals are back. Another piece of competition.
Yes. Yes. And then from the quarterfinals, top 2,000 get invited to the semifinals.
Hmm.
But it seems like it's a little bit different this year because those semifinals are going to be at the very end of the semifinal season.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah,
like
the
the last chance
online.
qualifier. So they're getting rid of the last chance qualifier, which I think was dumb anyway. I think that the way they have this is better.
For sure.
And then there's still the in-person qualifying events all around the world. And they're not released yet, but we can only assume that they're all, similar to last year, whether you have to qualify in some way. Probably
Mhm.
using the open or quarterfinal results. Because the quarterfinals happens right after the open. It's like
Yeah,
open
it's
ends,
10 days.
yeah, open ends in March, and then 10 days later you do the quarterfinals.
Yeah. I think that was similar to years when they did the quarterfinals in the past. It was a
Yep.
pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, I remember in like 2023, quarterfinals were like at the end of February. Like it was
Yeah.
super early. So, yeah, that was early. Um,
But yeah, I think it's a good twist of adding
right.
the quarterfinals. Adding the quarterfinals back. The top 25%, it allows more people to get another piece of competition, so that's fun and think that they allow it so that given the top 2,000, like people can't really get too upset of like top 25% is too big because in the grand scheme of things, like quarterfinals doesn't do a ton in deciding who the fittest is. I think if you look at quarterfinals up and down in the years past, the eventual winner or the top 10 in quarterfinals was really not super indicative of top 10 in the CrossFit Games.
I would agree with that.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's like can't get too upset, and having the 2000 go to semifinals allows for those people that are in that basically top 1%. I would say that if you're top 2000 in quarterfinals, you're close to that top 1%. It might be top 2% in the world. It allows for those more competitive athletes to, do those semifinals at the end of the year and
Right.
kind of put their hat in the ring for it.
Right, and it gives more people something to look forward to, right? Like so many
Hmm.
people this year did the open and that was it.
Right.
And that was a bummer for them.
Yeah.
This gives an opportunity for someone else to be like, all right, that's my goal. Because I mean, so many people are like, 1% is not even close to reasonable. Like, I can't
Yeah.
even sniff that. But 25%, I mean, realistically, like the top 35 to 45% of athletes can strive for the top 25%.
For sure.
So, I mean, that's a huge thing. That's just talking almost half of the competitors get to go and be like, the open means something because I want to try to hit this goal,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Because I remember
Yeah.
going when it was like 10% to 25%, I was like, that's a bummer. But then think of it more like, who cares?
Right.
What, why does it
Doesn't.
matter? Yeah, if only that just gives more people a bigger like Super Bowl to go after.
Yeah. People get to do another piece competition.
Right, right.
So I like that. And also, huge thing is that having the online semifinal portion being at the end. We saw this year of having an online semifinal at the beginning. so many people just opted to do that because, it's less stress on the body because if push comes to shove, you could redo a workout. It wasn't the end of the world, and you also weren't traveling when you were doing the online semifinal.
Right.
So a lot of the top athletes opted for that, qualified for that, and we didn't get to. There's one less time we got to see them compete.
Exactly. And
Uh,
and also at the end of the day, like the online semifinal was just before some of those other competitions.
yeah,
So like they would have went and done the in person, but this is a shot for me to qualify earlier in the season. I could have more time to train for the games. It's a no-brainer.
exactly, exactly.
So that's another really good move by them, pushing it to the end of the season. Also, a really cool thing is masters and age group get to qualify in person, which I think is like one of the first times ever. Like, I don't know if
I
I
think
ever
so.
remember a season where you could qualify for the games as a masters or age group athlete
Yeah,
in person.
not in person, right?
I mean, that's awesome.
So that'll be very exciting to
Yes.
expand it a little bit further.
Right. That'd be awesome.
Teams are still, the
Teams. Who are teams?
you know
The black sheep.
they are the black sheep.
No one even like you don't even no one even talks about
No,
it. It's yeah. I mean, you hate to say this because all of those teams people worked really hard. But I just feel like after this year, when the teams semifinals happened and no one received a penalty,
yeah,
one team,
they kind of showed their hand there.
it was like, what?
Yeah,
Zero?
and they had a very clear like workout that is for sure one you'd have to watch with the run because the
Right.
run was a weird thing. It's
Yeah.
like even if someone didn't do it on purpose, like chances are people made a mistake with that run just because you never run in an online competition.
No. And
So it's
and
like,
they didn't even open up the videos for people to watch. Like they did that
yeah,
last year, which was great. So just leave it open for the teams and let people watch them because people would watch them and give them thumbs up or thumbs down.
for sure.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of just showed like
Definitely.
they don't even kind of care about the teams.
No.
Yeah. So
It was a
it
bummer.
is it is a bummer. So teams, sorry for you guys out there, but
But otherwise a lot of changes, a lot of good changes I think too that are bringing some more life to the CrossFit season and
yes. So
allowing more opportunities.
one final question I wanted to leave before we left was is it a bad thing that CrossFit is making these changes every year? That's my question to you, Cody. What do you think?
Yeah,
So because there still are changes. We
I
talked about a lot of good things today, but is it a bad thing that there's always something that changes?
so I think it'll be telling off of this year because I think every year going into it, it was like these changes, one, they were huge changes, and two, they didn't make a ton of sense. Like when they made the change from top 10% to top 25%, because quarterfinals are called quarter and a quarter is 25, like that seems just ridiculous, honestly. Um, given that be the reasoning, and then just taking them away of just really no word behind it, just they're gone now. Like
Mhm.
goes to 25%, and then it's like, hey, actually, they're not a thing.
Quarters are gone.
Um, I think that there was actually some more reasoning behind this one. So I like these changes. I think that, and the changes weren't huge, right? It's, if you look at it, the broad spectrum, like what it looks like, the season looks the same,
Yep.
except for one thing, which was a big complaint across the board of having the online semifinal be at the beginning and then basically having a second online semifinal with the last chance qualifier being at the end.
Hmm.
It's like you did that twice when you really didn't have to. So like they made that change, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
And then they added quarterfinals in to just get that extra added piece. because there are people that perform super, super well at the Open
Hmm.
and don't do well at quarterfinals.
Yeah, because there's another layer to it. There's no doubt. There's the harder workouts, heavier weights, more complex skill, all that.
So I think just
But
having those
still, the
mid
question,
tier,
we all agree, I think that they're good changes. But the question I'm asking, Toby, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing that there's always changes every year?
well, I guess I was getting at there might not be changes in the future now if this
Oh.
is a successful season.
So you think that this is like one of the last years where there's changes?
I think if they change again, an even small change off of this, then it's getting to be there's no reason for these changes.
Yeah.
Um, but if they kind of keep it the same, then I think that it's still new. I mean, the CrossFit Games is this is the 20th year now. So it's like super new.
Right.
20 years is a very short time in trying to create a sport.
A professional sport.
So you got to think about every other sport that's been around for the first 20 years of it. It looked crazy.
Mm-hmm. And there was always
So
changes. I mean, the NFL had like 6 teams in it.
yeah, I mean they had very little teams. They had just as many divisions, and they had about 20% of the teams, and they had the same amount of divisions and all that stuff. So it's just like they were trying to figure it out, and CrossFit's trying to figure it out. So having these changes is not the end of the world.
Right.
But if these changes keep coming on forever and ever and ever, then it's like, all right, you're not taking yourself seriously.
Right. I feel like as long as this year it felt like one of the first years where they tried their best to listen to the community
Yeah.
and make changes based on the community, not like just changes because they thought so.
Yeah.
So if they keep making changes that way, changes are going to happen all the time.
Yep.
They're going to get smaller and smaller, right? I mean, you look at the NFL because the NFL is going on right now. Like I remember what it was like a weird like first down line that they had on the screen,
Hmm.
and then like there was a bunch of complaints, and then they took it off like within like a few weeks.
Right.
Right? I mean, the NFL's been around for forever and one of the most successful things in the world, and they're still making changes. They're trying to make it better. So the changes are okay. It's just you got to make sure you're listening.
They gotta have, yeah, there's gotta be a reasoning behind it and actually have some standing behind it,
Right. Right.
not just that a quarter equals 25.
And not just throw the semifinal like right in the middle. Like why not
Just
that?
right. Because like it wasn't
Make no
even
sense.
first. Like
No,
the online semi, it wasn't even first.
it was in the
So
middle. It was in the middle of the semifinal season.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's online. Like it doesn't matter for like an arena that they need to be in. It was just like
no,
let's pick this weekend.
yeah, right. No,
So yeah, I feel like the changes were all really like really positive.
hmm,
As long as they keep listening to community, I don't think changes are bad.
no,
They're trying to make it better.
I
All right.
agree.
I think that's all we got then.
There we go.
All right. I'm Nicholas Holt.
Now I'm Jacob Holt. Thanks for tuning in.